Connor McDavid is not the only notable free agent of next summer. Kirill Kaprizov is another, Jack Eichel, Adrian Kempe, amongst a huge list of guys. And with the cap skyrocketing, it's like agents are not really hustling to lock into 8-year deals at the money everyone's used to. So Kirill Kaprizov's apparently turned down what would have been the richest deal in NHL history of $128 million over 8 years. That's an AAV of $16 million, which this does not surprise me one bit. The Wild without Kaprizov are what? The Wild with Kaprizov are what? They just freed up all their Suter and Parise buyout punishment. And I won't be surprised at all if he's by a few $1 million the highest paid player in the league if he signs before the Kempe, Eichel, McDavids of the world.
I've said this a few times over the years. Like and it's not, but if you use a very literal in your brain. If someone slides a paper across the table to me that is going to pay me $128 million, the balls I would need to have to push it back across and say,
no, I'm good.
A little more.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about it again, off-air conversation. You love playing hardball.
Yeah, I'm maybe not the best negotiator. Well, I want this. No. All right.
Well, I tried. Take some notes from Kirill.
Well, okay, just give me the contract you offered. Actually, we can't even offer that one.
We've changed our mind.
Well, now what is it? Well, that's a lot less.
I better take it before it gets worse.
Is there a chance it'll get even lower? Really?
Lock in here.
Oh, it's got a pen? Damn it. 16 million AAV.
What's amazing to me is when you used to compare hockey to, and it's still low.
Yeah, sure.
But you see here 100+ millions now. That's that's big.
It's a good time to be a
big
superstar.
money. Yeah.
I think Wayne famously made 46 on the button because I think when Frank Nazar signed, he had like 46.1. He made more after playing like 28 games in the league.
Inflation.
And like we've talked about, so assume, the cap keeps going up.
Yeah.
What is 16? How much higher are you going to get than 16?
Max contract for because again, it's next season that they're signing for. So if you were a max salary player, which you've never seen in the history of the cap, that's 20%. And so at 104 million, that's like 20.5 a year. If Connor wants that, everyone will make room for him to get that. The question is, where does Kirill fall in? And if you look at the way the Wild are positioned, they're young. They've locked up some of their guys on deals already to good contracts.
And for him, superstar. If not the Wild, then somebody may do it anyway.
Yeah, no question.
And that's again, 16 million. It's a lot, but if 16 becomes 20 for the last 5 years of that deal, that's
always the fine line too, right? Where you always talk about, if you're getting 128, that's 100. What more do you need?
Yeah.
Well, if it's $2 million a year times 8, that's
another 16 million.
That's 16.
Yeah.
Now you're at 100.
It's like I can give that to grandma if I want. Like,
not often you hear about these really blowing up in players' faces, like Klingberg it did when he wanted the money in Dallas.
He was just delusional about what he was. Kirill is a superstar. Yeah. Like he was in line to win a Hart until he got hurt last year. He had the best 2 months of the year to start, I think.
There's not very often where, and maybe it happens and it's not all public, but where someone really regrets passing on a deal, long-term big money deal, and looks back, it's like, that was a major mistake.
Pro athletes bet on themselves, and the stars, we always see those contracts, not the guys that took the 1 year $900K, but bet on yourself. If you're a superstar, it's going to go okay.
Imagine if you're Bill Guerin and the Wild side. Shit. Do you think they thought they were coming over the top? Big day today.
I think they thought they were.
We're going to do this. Are we going to go to 16?
I find it interesting if they're at 16. Like you walk in, we're going to negotiate. We're going to get this shit done, and we've got some money, and we believe in you. We're going all the way 16. I'm confused where the negotiations ended. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you led to believe 16
would get it done.
And even if you weren't, you've got to be thinking around the league. This is 16. You're the top of the table. And if you're sitting across from them going, no, okay, well, what do you want? Like how high does it have to be?
16 and a quarter.
When you stand up and go, when you're Bill Guerin, you go, well, I can't do that.
Hard not to take it a bit personal.
Which is
at that point. It's like, well, it's 16. You would be the highest paid for a while at least.
Well, until Connor.
Right, but even so, then you'll be the second or the third. Yeah. You'll be a top 5 guy for a long time.
With what you're getting paid.
Do you even want to be here?
He does. The other thing too, I wonder about
is he dying?
But
that's
not
that's the problem
not the
with
messaging
Minnesota.
I'd be getting.
Sorry,
well, I mean, this is a report, so we don't have any idea how negotiations go or what either camp is looking for. There is a world where Kirill Kaprizov says, "I'd love to make 16. I want to do it for 4 years, and I want to jump back in when the cap's 130 million."
But that's what I'm curious.
So your question is, what does the Kaprizov camp want? Yeah. It's a good question, but I'm not surprised by this at all. And I think if you were to tell me that Kirill Kaprizov
is negotiating, he doesn't want to have an opinion.
I'm not sure why we even brought it up.
No, I'm glad we brought it up because I think people are going to get sticker shock on all these new deals because that's how quick the cap is growing. And we were in this flat cap era for like what felt like almost a decade. And it was like a nibble, a little more, a little more, a little more. We are now going to see 10% jumps. And this is the sticker shock of that. When you're committing someone to an 8-year deal, that could be 8 years of huge growth. And so agents are like, no. If it's 8, we're going way bigger than that.
It's a huge pivot for sure. Whereas locking in for 8, that would be the goal of all players.
Previously.
I want 8, right? I'm going to do a sign and trade so I can get that 8th year. And now because of the cap going up, I'm not going anywhere near it.
Matthew
There's way less. There's also way back in my era.
Yeah.
You used to get injured and be done. Like,
yeah, it's so much better on that side now.
Right? Like
health science or
the science, this medical side of things. Like Bobby Orr's knee ended his career.
Yeah.
You really have to do something. Like Landeskog
literally 2 years of new cartilage replacement.
Right?
It's insane that he's back.
So I wonder if that, I was a player, my agent would say, well, better take it.
Yeah.
You get hit by a bus, you're going to be fine. Well, I don't think these guys even think about that.
I wonder too, and it would be because of Kaprizov maybe, but if you're young kids still. These are young guys. I was going to see Fantilli. He's coming out of his entry level. We're not going to get an extension done. All of these deals that are being pushed back, there's some mom and dad like we have talked about. People our age, a little bit older, that have 20, 22, 3-year-old kids being told by their agent, we can get more. And you'd be sitting there thinking, this is $140 million.
And that's where,
okay, son.
I don't know. It gets confusing. You try and put yourself in the team shoes and then in the player's shoes and then in the agent's shoes to kind of get a feel of what, and everybody's different. Well, I got 4 kids and I'm set up in Minnesota. Is he married? Does he like Minnesota? Everyone likes where they play. I got no doubt that he enjoys it. I think Rasmus Anderson likes Calgary, but he ain't staying. Like, he might like playing in Minnesota, but it doesn't mean I got to hang my hat here for the next 20. I didn't buy 40 acres and start planting oats. Like, I'm okay if I go somewhere else. They want to pay me more, and whatever.
And they will pay more. This is going to get done. Like,
but you might be right though. It might not be 8 years even when it does get done.
If I'm an agent and I have a star player, I think it would be a huge mistake. If your job is to maximize earnings, now again, if you love it here and you got family here and you're going to be here no matter what, sure, we'll do 8. But if you want to maximize earnings for a player, it's just look at when we showed you that graph with Dustin Wolf's salary year over year in today's money, how low it gets. Like he's making $5.5 million by the middle of that deal. Imagine getting a number 1 goalie for $5.5 million. That's Joey Decord money. Like that's why these deals aren't happening. Like Kempe, McDavid, Eichel, Kaprizov. I wouldn't be surprised if all these players resign with their teams. But the landscape is so different with the cap that agents don't want to screw this up.
You could argue on that flip side by saying if I sign for if I sign for 8, I might be leaving some real money on the table on the back end of this. Mm-hmm. But if you only sign for 4, like you say, what if your production goes down? What if you get injured? What if the world landscape?
Yeah.
That's 4 years of $16 million guarantee that you're saying no to. That's also money that you've left in the balance.
And that's the agent's job, is to measure those things, right? And it's like, okay, so we where's the life-changing generational wealth? And then how do we, And Austin Matthews has been the one that broke the mold. He went from entry level straight to UFA on a 5-year deal. We'd never seen that before in the NHL, where someone made top market money as if he was a UFA, and they literally took him from third year of the entry level right to free agency. And then he signed a 4-year deal at 12, 13. Now he signed another 3-year deal. In a similar timeline in the same universe, Austin Matthews is going to make way more money than Connor McDavid, because he's just structuring his contracts to get back in the market more often. Agents are learning. And that was Judd Moldover, who is now Connor's agent. It wasn't Connor's agent when he signed that 8-year deal. That's Jeff Jackson, who was running the Oilers from Toronto.
It's a great spot when you're one of those guys.
100%.
I'll sign for 3 years. It's still more money than I'll ever spend. And maybe in 3 years, I'll want to live in a different place. I'll want to do something different. The team will suck, whatever.
There might be a different approach by the GMs have to take too. Or is there going to be something that comes into
new CBA has been signed. Nothing new's coming in for the next 5-6 years.
Yeah, but even these, they'll figure out ways to write shit in that's still maybe not. Maybe it's all standard. But the GMs used to be in lockstep.
Yeah, we won't do this.
We do not
earn this.
Yeah.
Bridges were not a thing.
Now these young math nerds that run teams, they don't have a clue what they're like boom negotiating. Yeah, whatever you need.
And to be fair, if you really are going to get into that hardball, what's an extra $2 million for Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment versus keeping a superstar on your team? That
I think it's more about and the money might get high enough. Sorry, it's not about money for sports, Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment.
Yeah, like
it's about the cap space,
right?
It's whether you can now pay the goalie or keep the goalie and the superstar.
Yeah.
That's the
and Minnesota's positioned to do well. If they have to give Kaprizov more money than they're comfortable doing, their cap's in great shape. Now they got Zeke Bouillon, who's going to be coming up in a couple of years. I think they already re-upped that good young defenseman they brought in from LA.
Who's in a cap crunch?
Almost no one, to be fair.
And I'm actually curious.
10 million new money every year.
So they've changed things a little bit with the you can't hide the LTIR.
Yeah, your playoff rosters have to be cap compliant.
So that's going to change things. But like, who over the last decade has been so cap crunched that they couldn't?
Oilers this summer.
What does that stop? I mean,
but next year they'll have like 20 million to spend or something, right? Like obviously Connor's money.
And they're still
like Florida, right? Because they wanted to keep all those guys under.
Tampa's cap pretty hard.
Vegas is always right there.
But all those teams are going to get the extra 9.5 for next year, right?
That's kind of what I'm getting at, is that you worry about this cap crunch, and I just don't know that
it's not happening when the cap grows like this.
It's very
but the players also know that too, right?
That's why the deals aren't getting done.
But then
if you're Jack Eichel,
so sorry, I'm 5 years is enough. I don't need an 8-year contract. Like, I'm actually talking CBA, 5-year deals.
They maxed it out at 7 on the new CBA. So I think after July 1 next year, you won't be allowed to go 8. You can go 6 to a different team or 7 at home. So they dialed it back 1. And that's sort of the direction you're talking about.
Yeah, make them short.
And honestly, I don't know if it's better for players or owners if that's the case. We've seen a lot of mistakes on 8-year deals. Imagine if Johnny Huberdeau was only allowed to sign 5. That's a win for the owner.
Yeah, we would be okay with the few.
Now, in the Oilers case, you'd have to have paid Connor 3 years ago.
Yeah, but you can keep paying guys. You don't have to.
Just give him a new deal.
Yes.
That's what Austin Matthews has done in Toronto. He's got 4 contracts with them.
If your city is so great.
Yeah, if you're signing players long-term out of fear that they're going to leave.
That's emotional.
That's tough.
That's how Huberdeau got signed.
That's not ideal.
And we'll give you it all in signing bonus money, so we can't buy it out ever.
The Wolf deal's a hell of a deal.
Hell of a deal.
Especially when we talk about Kaprizov Day. They're certainly not
right. What a tale of 2 days.
Yep.
Where it feels like this goalie, if he chose to, could have really played hardball and probably won.
If he has a good season, he absolutely wins. Yeah. Just go be better than Ullmark and Swayman, and now you can ask for 9 a year.
I hope he's not a fat cat.
Well, it didn't sound like he was at the golf tournament yesterday. You got the Comey seal of approval.
What is a fat cat like?
You've got everything. You just kick your feet up, cruise through life.
It's more lazy. I don't have a right to be lazy. It's not that
He's the one with like boats and properties. I don't know.
It's not as though look where I've positioned myself in life.
Being a fat cat's nice.
I'm on easy street.
It's kind of nice. It would be nice to make this kind of money, but
try working with one. They don't give a shit. They got all the money in the world. Well, I hope it works out for Kirill. But make no mistake, Billy Guerin's a sour man today.
And his
The
owner,
owner's going.
the
"What?"
owner had just come out publicly at some sort of event
Yeah.
and said, "We're going to get this done."
So when are we having the? What are we going to do for the signing? Are we going to get?
What a great way to kick off the season. We were.
Camp's going to open. We'll cut the ribbon. And this guy, they got a new name on the rink. And here's Kirill with his new deal. And the Wild are finally up from that buyout money. Go Wild! That's not enough money.
We've ordered the flower bouquets for his mom and wife, and we got the kids' jerseys made.
Deal where they get him a bunch of sponsorship.
Yeah. Does he like doing some landscaping or?
Could do your front lawn.
Yeah. Is he into that sort of thing?
How much? Like, what is the max contract? What could
20% of the cap?
So what is that?
Just a hair under 20 for this season, and for next year's going to be a hair over 20.
Okay.
Cap's the 94.5-ish this year and 104 and something next year, I think. We've never seen anyone close to it in terms of like the full 20. But if Kaprizov can go get 17, 18, if you're Connor's agent and you want it, you'll get it.
I feel like I don't know.
We don't need. We're going all the way.
Way to go.
Let's assume for Kaprizov's like, I'm happy with 16, but I only want to do 4.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't the Wild just say, well, okay, sure.
They probably will.
Because that's essentially 5 because you got 1 year left in your deal.
I think they will.
If you can have this guy for.
Hell yeah.
Right?
No, I don't think this is contentious at all. I think it gets done. It's just that it's going to be a bigger number than people are used to. And if you are going to take 8 years, well, I'm going to ask for a lot more because.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's that, holy shit, turned down $16 million a year.
I just, we can't predict the future. How much more are you going to get?
I bet you get.
Because he's not taking 16 for 8.
Yeah, so I bet you it's somewhere between 16 and 17 when it's all done. But then in term kind of throws that around a bit. But
right.
He'll do well and he'll get another huge deal after this one. Unless it's 8. Don't see how old he is.
So it's just going to become the NBA now. They sign short-term deals with player options, opt out when the cap goes up, and
if you want to maximize earnings, that'd be smart. That's Austin Matthews is the poster child. He's going to make more money than anyone else in his career. When he retires, he'll be the highest paid hockey player of all time. He's 28 now, Kaprizov.
Well, he won't be the highest paid forever.
No, and then it'll be a kid after him that's got an agent that's saying they can't ever pay you enough with the amount of money you make these teams. Get as much as you can and let the GM deal with the cap.
It's much like house
Cutthroat,
prices
right?
And butter prices and margarine. When does it end?
Yacht rentals.
When like at what point is it like, well, no, it can't. Oh, it just keeps going up.
Well, as soon as they start charging less for tickets and beers and shrinking teams, not expanding, then it'll go down, but it'll keep going up.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.